Hey you guys, what is up? Welcome back. As you can tell, I am in another different filming spot. I'm also in another state. I am in Virginia, home for the holidays, and I can give you a room tour. This is in my childhood bedroom. It's always funny coming home and like being here and seeing how nothing has changed, but how I have changed. And anyway, I'm even wearing, this was a cheerleader sweatshirt when I was in high school. So I have no clothes here. So I just wear what I can find. Anyway, this week I thought I would do a video or like a review of what I've learned from being single this year. Last year on New Year's Eve of 2019, I said that I was going to be single for a whole year. I didn't want to try and look for a partner or date anyone or message anyone. Like, I have been completely single this whole year, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it and what I've learned. So you guys are ready? Go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell to get notified anytime I post. Let's get to it. So why did I decide to be single for a whole year? Well, in 2019, I went through an awful relationship that was so bad in every sense of the word, and I'm not gonna go further into it, but it was really, really bad. And I was fed up. I was so fed up with boys, and I just didn't want to talk to anyone. Talk to anyone is, I guess, a slang term of like getting to know people. Like, I didn't want to go through the motions. I didn't want to message people. I didn't want to do anything. And I told my mother New Year's Eve, I was like, I'm going to choose to be single for all of 2020. And honestly, it was a great year to choose to be single because I couldn't go out and meet people. So I'm just gonna get into some lessons or some things that I've learned about being single and choosing to be single. And then I will talk about how I feel now towards dating, towards being single, all of it. The first thing that I kind of came to understand is that being single and not looking, like actively looking for a partner, you have so much more free time. I was literally able, obviously there was also a pandemic, but I did whatever I wanted and I could just relax. I didn't have to coordinate with someone and be like, what are you doing today? What should we do today? And that's one thing that I do not miss is the constant texting, the checking in. I mean, with my free time, I learned that I had other passions, such as making YouTube videos, reading, like social media insight, sitting and watching my favorite movies and not having to take into consideration that he may not like these movies. And also with that free time, like when you're dating somebody, they're gonna have things that they want to bring you to or things that are important to them, and you go to those things because you care about them and you support them. But again, I didn't have to do anything like that this year, and it was really, really nice to just have free time. In being single, I learned that I had so much more free time to focus on those that I cared about. Sometimes when I get into relationships, and I've only really been in 2 real relationships, but I put so much attention on the person that I'm dating, and I have been guilty of neglecting my friends, and I don't like that. I don't like that I've done that. I don't like sometimes that I get that way, and I know now moving forward into another relationship one day that I am not going to do that. I'm going to work really hard to also keep my friends first and foremost, and my family, because they love me. They will always love me. There's not going to be some messy breakup that I ever have to worry about. Hopefully, you know, love y'all. So with not dating anybody, I have had so much more time to check in on my friends, to be there for my friends, to do everything that I can to support them and not have to schedule around a significant other or schedule around friends. Like, it was just me and my friends or me and my family. Again, it was a pandemic, so it wasn't a typical normal year of just supporting my friends doing things, but I definitely learned that I feel better when I'm supporting them, and I know that it feels good for them to be supported and to know that they have my support. And all of my friends who are watching this, I will always support you. I will do all that I can to be there for you, for big milestones, things that are important to you. Let me know. So that's something else that I learned, is that in being single, you can focus on those that you care about more. And it's not just focusing on a significant other. On to the next. This, I think, I don't know if it's the biggest one, but it feels so good. Every decision I have made this year has been for myself. Some information, if you didn't know, I graduated college this year. I got my first apartment. I live in Los Angeles, and I'm single. So I am pretty much completely on my own, and everything that I do is for me. Even more so because I'm not in a relationship. I'm not considering what they're thinking and what they want. I am being so selfish, but the good kind of selfish. I just am making good decisions for me. I'm doing what I want because I may never be this free again one day. So that has been the best part of being single for a whole year. It's just that I'm doing what I want. I'm focusing on what I want, and I'm not letting the whole relationship get in my way. And that might sound a little selfish, but I don't mean it in that way. I just mean that in the past, I've let relationships get in the way of things that I want. And this year I didn't do that, and it rocked. If and when I get into another relationship one day, I'm gonna take that with me a little bit, is keeping in mind what I want and not letting what they want distract me. Hope that makes sense. In being single, I did what I wanted, and I'm doing what I want. So this next point is something that I was really, guess I've been always scared of, is that now that I know I can be alone. I can be alone and be okay. I don't need someone else to make me feel whole or to make me feel like I'm worth something because I have a partner to prove that I'm something. Like, I don't need that. I'm good with me, myself and I, my friends, my family, my career, little moments along the way. Like, those things are what make me whole and make me know that I can be alone. Because if I put everything that I thought was important into the idea of having a significant other, then I would never be happy. Knowing that I can stand alone and stand on my own is a great, great thing. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud that I know that I can do these things and I can be alone and I will be okay. And I am loved. I am wanted, even if I'm single. And I think a lot of people forget that. If you need to hear that, you are loved and you are wanted, even if you're single. Next. This kind of goes along the lines of like the last thing that I said about knowing that I can be alone. It's knowing my worth and not needing to hear it from someone else. Like, sometimes I do like reassurance. Everybody likes reassurance, and getting that from a significant other is fun, but I know my worth and I know that I'm worth a lot. As I try to be a good person, I try to listen to others, I try to think of others, I try and do the right thing. I know that makes me worth something. So I don't need to hear it from some boy. I know it. Don't get me wrong, I definitely don't think I'm perfect, but I know that I'm good and I'm worth some of the good things. And I learned that from being single. I didn't learn that from a relationship. I learned that because I took a step back and said, okay, I need to learn these things by myself. Because ever since I was 16, pretty much always had somebody, telling me, oh, you're this or you're that and blah. And at the young, ripe age of, well, last year I was 21, I was like, I need to learn these things for myself. How am I gonna survive not survive, but how am I gonna carry myself through these big things that I need to go through if I don't know my worth, if I don't value myself, if I don't know that I can be alone? So I did it. Those are all of my points. But the last thing that I learned is that I would do it again. I would do it another year single, and I probably will. I'm definitely not going into 2021 looking for a boyfriend. I don't need it. I don't really want it. I'm kind of enjoying being single. And if something would have came out of 2020, like if somebody was pursuing me, I would have politely said, I'm choosing this year to be single. I would like to be your friend, but maybe next year. So if something does come in 2021, I don't think I will give them my line of, I'm being single, like, can you just wait? I think I'll see where it goes. But I got some pretty high standards now that I've been single and seeing some people's relationships from the outside, from a more perspective eye, because love is blind. I'm guilty of it. I am so guilty of turning a blind eye to things that are not okay with my relationship. Not anymore. Not anymore. Well, okay, I'm human. I'm gonna really try not to do those things ever again. I'm gonna voice when things are bothering me and not just step back because I don't want to fight. And I shouldn't be scared to say that because I know my worth. Trying to think if there's anything else I learned from this year. I mean, this year was so crazy that being single was just a thing that I really didn't dwell on because I wasn't going out as much. But it was good. It was a good experience choosing to be single for a whole year. Now I am 22 and I definitely have a completely different perspective on dating, on what I want in a relationship and how things will be. I'm glad I chose to be single for a year. And 2020 was the best year to choose to be single. I'll keep you posted things change, but right now I'm gonna keep being single because I got the rest of my life to be with somebody and I'm not ready to share myself again. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell to get notified anytime I post. And I'll see you here next time. As always, keep it positive. Thanks, guys. I do love my childhood room though. I used to read in this chair all the time. I love it. Okay.